A number of years ago, I started noticing a hearing loss, but of course I ignored it. And then eventually I went to another audiologist and was tested, fitted with 2 different brands of hearing aids because the first one didn't work. Then they went to the second. It didn't work. And finally they said, well, maybe you're just not a candidate for hearing aids. Unfortunately, I accepted that answer and didn't follow up. And so I went another 5 years before I did anything. Meantime, it's getting worse and worse. I'm not understanding what people are saying. I could not participate in a conversation with the family. I found myself choosing to go do dishes or go play with the kids or something like that. So I could not hear thunder any longer. I couldn't hear the motor of a car approaching me in the parking lot as I was going to the grocery store, and my husband would grab me by the elbow and pull me over to keep me from getting run over. I couldn't hear the thunder, like I said, so therefore that's dangerous. So there was a safety issue involved, but then I would try to guess what people were saying. I would answer what I thought they had asked, and it was totally the wrong answer, and then I felt like an idiot. But that was just the way I existed. So then I started getting serious about it, thinking about what I was going to do. Then the grandkids came up and said they had seen the 1-800 ear commercials on TV, and they'd called Mom in the kitchen and said, write it down and give it to Nana so she can have her ears fixed. And then they would ask me, Nana, when are you going to have your ears fixed? So I decided if everybody was noticing it, it was about time. So I started looking on the internet. I didn't want a doc in the box or a chain. I wanted somebody that I would see the same person every time I went in. That's when I found Cook Hearing, and I liked what it said on their website about they were a family-run business. So that's who I chose to go to. I had my husband call and make the appointment because I no longer could talk on the telephone or understand what was being said. So he called and made the appointment. I came in. Dr. Cook did the exam, explained my hearing loss. It wasn't a high frequency, which a lot of people have, but a low frequency hearing loss. Also tinnitus, and also something called recruitment. He assured me they could work with me, that they could do whatever needed to be done. Because I had tried the hearing aids in the ear before, I didn't like the feel of that or the echo, so we decided to go with the behind the ear. I came in the next day, was fitted. They're here anytime I need an adjustment. I just come in and tell them what I'm experiencing or what I'm not hearing, and they get on the computer and make it all better. And since I've done this, my son told me that he thought my personality had improved, that I wasn't as withdrawn, that I was participating in family activities more. My daughter loves to talk on the phone, and now I can talk to her anytime I want to. The family's been very encouraging about the whole thing, and I think that makes a difference when your family helps. Like every mom and grandma, I felt guilty for the amount of money I'd spent and said, well, I should have spent it on the kids, or it was a waste to spend it on myself. And that's when my daughter-in-law stepped up and said, well, you're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for the whole family, because I have 2 kids, a son and a daughter. I've got a daughter-in-law, son-in-law, and 5 grandchildren, and I'm doing it for them. And so that made me feel a whole lot better that I had gone ahead and spent the money, but that it wasn't just on myself, it wasn't selfish. So it's been a big improvement. I'm very thankful to Lori and to Dr. Cook, because without them I would be lost in a little world of my own, and it's just made a really big difference in my life. And you just can't put a price on the time you spend with your family and your grandkids. So that's my story.